What's up, you guys? So we are here at Ace of Shades with the 16th Sergeant Major of the Army, Grissom himself. I am so honored and grateful to be here right now. He is now the CEO of AER, if you guys didn't know. That is Army Emergency Relief Program for the armies, which helps the Army soldiers and their families. They do a lot of things within our community for the civilian population, but also for the military population. So we're just grateful for them to be here. And I want to bring them into our world here at Ace of Shades in Fayetteville, North Carolina, and ATA's Mobile Detailing. So welcome to our shop. So here we specialize in window tint, PPF, car wrapping, detailing, starlights, ambient lights, a lot of customizations to cars. Do you know what all those things are?
No.
I
was like,
okay.
Like, can you let me sit on those? So you're like, no, I'm not doing it. It's like, what are you doing? So anyway.
We're going to wrap that one. We're going to wrap the bike. But so how all of this, I know we did service. We were in the military kind of the same time. You were my sergeant major in the Army.
Oh,
and
cool.
his sergeant, you were in, what year you got out?
2020.
Oh, he wasn't your sergeant major in the Army. You were my sergeant major in the Army.
Yes, I was.
No, you
What are you
was.
doing? 19 to 23.
Okay, so he was both our sergeant majors of the Army. Super cool. This is just a crazy moment. I was just having a conversation with him yesterday, and I was basically saying, like, it's so crazy how I've transitioned out of the military, out of the government into the civilian side, and we've had our business, and now we've grown it.
Congratulations.
Thank
This
you.
is really awesome. Yeah.
It's amazing that we've grown it to the point where the sergeant major of the Army is here in our building.
You're a big deal. You know that?
You know, I was saying that this morning. I was like, this is a big deal. And I was like, wait a minute.
No, you're a big deal. That's what I came to see you.
I appreciate that so much. We both appreciate that genuinely so much. And it's just crazy to see like how even when we're out of the military, we still have ties affiliated within the military.
Yeah.
And the changes that you made within the military was significant to us. Like, I know y'all saw me rocking the ponytails back then, the earrings. You made those changes, and we appreciated that so much. And also, I know you did a lot with the height and weight program as well. So very appreciative for all that you did while we were in the Army and making our ride a little bit easier transition.
Awesome. I appreciate
it. But once we got out the Army, just to give you a little background on us, that you want to start with your journey first?
In the military, I was 35 Fox, military intelligence. When I got out the military, I worked for JSOC a little bit, doing personnel security for 2 years. It was just working inside the skiff, being in the basement. I don't know, it wasn't me. So I took the leap of faith. I actually came home and I told her I left my job. And
just had a baby.
It was crazy.
She was like, "Have you lost your mind?"
No, for real.
Yeah. So that happened. Like I said, I started going door to door. I knew what to do. I grew up doing this. I just knew what to do. And then one of my first big gigs was when I went down to the Cumberland County Sheriff's Office, and I asked them, did they need any detailing services for their police office vehicles outside? They said no, not those exactly, but they offered me to get on their vendors list for the county and the city. And once I got on that, things kind of like blew up. We're now doing all like the vehicles for the Cumberland County EMS at Cape Fear Valley Hospital. We take care of all those. We do work for CarMax, Key of Lumberton. She's in there for the window tinting right now. We've worked with Raleigh CarMax too. So a little bit all over. A lot of city work. They're always calling us to take care of it.
So one of the things I did was very important that I took from the military. Was the discipline. Like, I think that's why what's helped us so much within our business. Cause even now he gets up at 3:30 every morning to go to the gym still. Even though it's so crazy because when you're in the military, you hate PT. You're like, oh my God, I gotta get up.
I love PT when I was in there.
I think once you hit a certain
the
point.
exercise, it wasn't, what I didn't like was the hour and a half I had to stand in formation before I got to the exercise.
And then you got to downgrade if somebody don't have their pants on.
Yeah.
All be in uniform.
Okay, nobody does PT in the Army without pants.
Well, sure. But yeah, the discipline just definitely helped us scale this business. It's when I first started, I was trying to hire just people, especially I was trying to do a women, an all women team. I was like, man, this would be super cool. All women, window tinting, wrapping team. And then I started noticing the discipline, showing up before the time. I tell you show up at 10:30, you show up at 10:20, which in my eyes is 10:30. But no people's eyes, they're I'm showing up at 10:30, you say 10:30.
Yeah.
So you have those things, and it's the communication level. Things I didn't really realize was that important while I was in the military that now I use in my business, a SOP. Gotta use the SOP still. Everybody has to know the standards of operations at all times. There's these little things that have helped me transition and just like, or that has helped me scale our business and grow our business and have like values, the core values. Like we have values here within our business as well.
Of course you do. Yeah.
And so awesome. It's just like, I think I always tell, even we had a team member who was like 19, we had a 17-year-old, we had a 19-year-old. And we kept like promoting to them, you need to go to the military. Like we love y'all working here. We love like what y'all do for the business. And we understand that y'all want to do this and hit the ground hard. But the military structure, the background creates the foundation. Yes, 100%. Like y'all, when you're in it, you don't realize it, that you're doing things at 18 years old, 19, 20 years old that you wouldn't normally do till you're like 25, 26, 27. Like most people, when I turned on my first water bill at 18, my friends didn't do that till like 24. They were like, how do you turn on water? And I'm like, what? You don't know how to turn on water? But when you get housing in the military, you got to turn on your water. Yeah. So just like it grows you up in a lot of ways that I'm blessed and I'm grateful for. And so like to see it like all come back for a moment. And then also like just speak on the wall. So the shop part of it. This is all like inspo of life and also like the business. Just like my things I manifested and also things I've loved. So window tinting is like the inspo behind all of it.
So why the Ace of Shades?
So Ace is my son name.
Yeah.
So Shades.
Did you have the son before the business or the business before the son?
My son before the business.
Okay,
so
that's there you go. Okay, I got it.
And at 2 years old, I started my business. And when he was 2, I started my business. So when I got out the military, I was 25 Bravo in the military, IT specialist. Got out, went network engineer, government, contractor. Got out of that and went GS for cybersecurity. And same thing, working in the basement. Yeah. Just, it was too grown for me. Yeah. It was way too grown. Like, I was 23 years old with a very super professional job. And for me, military, we were just always moving, always going, doing something and always training at it. Just like, once I slowed down, my life slowed down, it didn't feel right. Like, I felt like something was missing.
It was probably boring for you. Yeah.
I don't want to say that.
You got a lot of energy.
I don't want to say that.
I'm going to interview you. So what was it like finally breaking out of your shell?
No, I've always had energy, even in the military. my command team loved me because like I was just always like ready to go at all times.
I'm sorry. If you had this much energy before 6 o'clock, I would hate you.
You would hate me?
Like, if you came in my office before 6:30 with all that, I'm like, girl, get out of my office.
But then you want me calling cadence.
Yeah, I would. But
see,
just
you would
not,
love me. You would,
but not before 6:30. I got to get that first step in the run, and I don't need all that. I got to wake up. I need some coffee, a little PT. Then
you got to get up at 5:30 then.
Well, I got up at 4:30.
At 6,
no,
you ready?
No,
ready.
Too much. You'd have to go talk to somebody else.
I love it. I think it also keeps people like, I mean, I just love life. I just love like what I do and waking up and just having the energy and being grateful I'm able to breathe and move around and do these things. And it's just like, I don't know how to be sad. How to like not have energy. But so Ace of Shades came from, my son name is Ace, and then of shades, because I started out tinting. And so I was like, I could ace any shade that you want, 5, 10, 15, 20, whatever percent of shade that you want. Okay. I could ace it. So I was like, it just came together full circle. It was like a play on words. People call me Ace of Spades still, right? All the time. Okay. All the time, but we take it for Ace of Shades. But yeah, so the wall is, I tint homes. Mm-hmm. And then TRX was a truck I wanted to tint, and it was actually one of my first trucks I did tint. Oh, awesome. In the shop. And so it was like something I manifested with that. And then C-17, paratroopers jump out of. We got the American flag behind it because we love America. And then we have yacht. So I tinted a boat, but I want to make work up to tint a yacht one day. Oh, did you know they tinted boats?
No, I didn't know.
Come on, you got to buy a boat so I can tint your boat.
You got to talk to my wife. Like,
yeah, put it in the comments. Sorry, Major, buy a boat.
Yeah, we're not buying a boat.
Oh my gosh.
There you go.
Somebody gonna buy a boat.
You confused my retirement pay that I'm not buying a yacht. Are you gonna buy me a yacht?
No.
Okay.
And then skyscraper building, because we tint commercial buildings as well, but I want to get to a skyscraper one day.
Okay.
And then we have the 88, the All-American symbol up there as well for our paratroopers. It was just like a signal of like where I've been in my career, things I want to do as well. And then like just a part of like what has instilled this company too. So the military background definitely instilled it, and it blessed me and made me it blessed me enough to where I was able to step away from my 9 to 5 to take a chance on myself.
Yeah,
and it's giving me that discipline where I wake up every day and I still take that chance.
oh, that's awesome.
Hustle and get at it.
Well, I wish I had lived here because I need my car detailed. So I'm like, yeah. I'm probably not going to get it shaded. But I definitely need a detail every once in a while. Not that I don't keep my car clean. We travel. Well, if you're bored and you come to DC, let me know. What's the one thing you miss the most out of the military? Other than the PT, because I can tell you really love that.
One thing I know I miss the most about the military, and I don't know how to make it sound crazy, but it's like the family orientation of it, like being around people all the time. Because like when you're detailing out there, especially when I was by myself, it gets kind of boring. It gets kind of lonely.
Yeah.
Even if we have one teammate, but I think it's just like having like a family feeling. And I know I was in good units, so everything really felt like a family orientated place to me. So it's just kind of like having that family around. That's it's like it's like a large group.
Yeah.
Like a large group. That's what I think I miss the most about it. Just that being around people, learning different people with personalities is just for all over the world. That was cool to me. Just to learn. I would never met you, man, if I was never in the military. But it's cool. I'm glad I met you. It's like I made some of the best friends ever out there. That's still a connection.
Still friends today.
So that's what I miss the most.
It's not going to end, right?
I know, right?
Yeah, because I got a friend of mine. We were in Desert Shield, Desert Storm together in 1990.
Wow.
And he's like, you didn't call me last week. And he gets all mad. So after like 30, 35, 36 years,
most definitely.
Yeah, they're still there. They'll always be there.
Good,
That's awesome.
I think the military friends, like, because you went through things that most people don't go through together. And so you do create a bond that lasts. And I would say, like, that's probably one thing I do miss the most is the camaraderie that the military has. Because, like, when you go on base, it's like its own world. Like, you have a store there, clothing there, a park there, fishing there. Yeah, why should I leave? So, literally, they put a dome over base. Like, you could live there forever.
Yeah.
And so I think, like, that's the one thing I miss. And just, like, the sense of urgency. Military had a sense of urgency that civilian does not have.
Yeah, okay.
And it bothers me so much. One of the things I did miss that also motivated me to come do this was I miss leading. And so when I was in my position, I wasn't leading nobody. I was responsible for myself, and that's it. And I don't know, I found value in when I had soldiers and just making sure people was okay and taking care of people. How long you been CEO?
Yeah, 2.5 years. So
Nice.
I took over in January 24, started in November 23. It's been great, but it's a transition. And people say, why don't you like to be called Sergeant Major? Because when I go to base, everybody wants to say, hey, Sergeant Major. I'm like, well, call me Tony.
I know, AER person was saying Tony.
Yeah, it's Tony. Yeah, I know. But it's the same thing, right? But it's like what you said. Like, how do you get people to transition out of it? I'm the CEO. So this is a funny story. We go somewhere. I'm in Georgia, and we're going to do this event, raise money for Army Emergency Relief. And somebody goes, oh, last year we had the big dog there. I'm like, who did you have? Like, General Mason was here. He was the CEO. He was the big dog. And, but you're here this year. And I'm like, I'm the CEO of AER, right? And he's like, but you're enlisted. I'm like, yeah, but I'm the CEO of AER. It's like, to get them to understand that you can be more than what you used to be. And that transition, it's really cool.
How does that transition from going to leading the Army to now walking away from that and now just being a part of AER, the CEO of AER? How was that transition?
It's great. I love what I do. And some people go, well, you go from 1 million and now you got, 36 people in the headquarters. I was like, actually, I hadn't had this few people in, I don't know, like 30 years.
Time.
So, you got to memorize everything to 36 people and everybody's name. Correct. It's awesome. It's actually really easy. But what's really translates from the Army to now is leadership. Like you said, I want to lead people, and I may have never run a nonprofit before because that's not what the Army does. But, leadership, and the first thing, like you said, the first thing I did was rewrite our values.
Yeah.
I'm like, I wrote AER cares, and like, this is what the values are important to me, just like they were important in the Army. And I rewrote the values. And so somebody says, well, I don't like that value. It's like, I don't know. You're challenging me now because That's something I truly believe in. First thing I did. So we already had values, but I just kind of rewrote them. They didn't have an acronym. I was like, how are we an Army emergency relief and our values don't form an acronym? That's very un-Army. It's like everything's got an acronym. So
everything has an acronym.
Yeah, everything's like, what does that mean? I was like, I don't know. Like AER, right? There it is. Army emergency relief. So ours, I changed it to AER cares. So, and every letter has a meaning.
That's
so
cool.
I know, right?
Those simple things but they do matter, and they put it ingrained in your head, like what it actually means behind it. Because that's how I think that's why the Army does acronyms.
Yeah,
you can remember.
Yeah, you can't remember all the letters, but at least you'll remember the acronym and what it's for. But the transition was great. I love what I do. I still get to help soldiers.
Well, you're not even stationary still.
Yeah.
Do you travel more now as a civilian than you did in the military?
No. I mean, well, it's hard to mirror the travel schedule of the Sergeant Major Army. I mean, that's painful, and I wouldn't recommend it. We're pretty close, though, because we just finished, let's see, I went to Atlanta, came back for a day, then we went to Poland and Germany, came back for a day, then we went to Fort Hood, then we came back for a whole week. Ooh. Then I went to JBLM, came back for 3 days, then I came I think after that I came here. I don't know where I'm at. I think I'm somewhere. I might be in North Carolina. And then next week we go to Oklahoma.
One thing I love, though, about AER is that y'all aren't behind times. Y'all are with the times. And that's something that I noticed with a couple Army programs. They are still a little behind. But that's one thing I appreciate with AER is that y'all understand the value of doing marketing, content, and just getting the word out there, because there's a lot of people out there who don't know what AER is or who might have not known what AER was. Yeah. And now with you guys pushing it so much and doing on content, and then you doing like your podcast and you're meeting with other people, other people in the community who has a military background, it's just like, it shows that y'all are with the times. Y'all are with the culture. Y'all are with our generation.
Can you record this for my daughters? Yeah. It's like dad's with the times. Oh, he's not. He's old. What are you talking about? Please, we're going to clip this out. We're going to send it to my kids. We do actually, we've tried a lot of innovative things, especially on social media. There's a lot of funny things out there with me, with Crocs, doing push-ups, talking to people. But this is just about getting our message out, that we really want to help people. We want to, and only help as soldiers. So that's why I love it so much is, I transitioned out of the military and now I can actually I can help people. Mm-hmm. And what's the difference is like, it's actually a lot easier.
It is, I
don't have to go to, 548 elected officials when I want to change something in the Army. I don't have the Secretary of the Army, the chief, the vice, the under, and then everybody, why are you doing this? Mm-hmm. Now I can just go, yep, we're going to do this. We're going to help. Oh, let's do a video. Let's do it. Mm-hmm. It's just a lot more flexibility now that I'm out. Still a lot of discipline because I did get up at 4 o'clock this morning and do PT. So that's still there. Get my exercise in, gets me, hyped up. Not as hyped as you are. I got to tone that down, but
the Army has a lot of great values.
Yeah, I like great values.
Great. And I think I didn't realize them or appreciate them while I was in as much as I do now that I'm out. And I just even like, when I first got out, I was like, I'm not working out. The Army forced me to work out. I'm not working out. And then, like, as time went on, I started putting on weight. And I was like, I gotta work out.
Yeah, I gotta work out.
But not even as that, it's also, like, the mental health behind it. Like, that you don't even realize when you're 18, 19 years old what you're doing when you're running. And the feeling you're getting inside of you. Yeah,
a lot of people ask me, how did you make it that long? What was the one thing you did? Actually, believe it or not, it's physical fitness. Because that, kept me sane, and it's a lot of mental resiliency. When I'm out, a lot of times I just like to calm down and just think and reset. And sometimes my work hates it because if I do a long run, I think of great new ideas. So I come back and my COO is like, Tony must have ran a long time today. He's got like 5 things he wants to change with AER. So he's like, oh, great. So I get a lot of great thoughts with running, and it also helps me reset my mind. And it's most important, it's not really the body, it's the mind.
Yes.
It's that reset of the mind, because I do physical fitness, that it's underscored because everybody think, it's keeping you physically strong. No, it's keeping me mentally strong. Yeah, it's awesome.
100%. And definitely I agree with that. And even I know he was speaking on how he wanted to get back when you did, but we stopped for a little bit and then you got back in because you're just like, just need to feel it. Like I just
you don't feel right not working out. It's like body is sluggish. When you're
Yeah.
working, you're always tired. I'm
Yeah.
like,
You have to have the best ideas in the gym.
Best ideas in the gym. Like,
sure.
they really, he must have had a great workout. He came back all fired up. He's got 10,000 ideas. So they really sometimes wish I didn't go for runs and work out, but it's been a great transition.
Do you notice, like, now that you're out of the military, like, do you like talking about, like, your military service now, or do you like talking about more like moving forward where you're going with your career?
I think both. So I never going to forget that I was, the 16th Sergeant Major of the Army, and I spent 3.5 decades. That's a long time, right? So that's part of who I am.
Yeah.
And so I don't mind that, but I don't want to be stuck on that.
Yeah.
I usually say that's not all I have to give.
You have more to offer.
I've got more to offer. Mm-hmm. I've got more life left. I got to do more things. So don't put me in a box.
Yeah.
Don't put me in a box I don't want to be in. So I'm okay with talking about it, but I do want to say there's a lot more to me than that meets the eye.
Yeah.
I got a lot more to give. So I got a little good mix of both. So we talk a lot about the future of what I'm doing now. But then there's still a little bit. There's a bunch of lessons learned.
That's what I did. I did that for that time period, and it helped me mold this. But like, this is where we're going now. This is our journey now, and like, I want to talk because it did, like you said, it molded me. If it was my foundation, but we have more to offer now.
Yeah.
So let's talk about the future and how maybe we can work together with the military. How I can work on military base, but talking about the military journey. It's behind us now.
Yeah.
Let's move forward.
Yeah,
one thing. I was like, do other military people feel that way too?
Yeah, no. We're all the same thing. So here's one is, somebody sitting here goes, do you miss it? No, you love the values and everything, but do you miss it? Somebody asked me that. I'm like, well, I mean, I should actually, some parts, but my perspective is I left it all on the table. No regrets.
Yeah.
Like I did everything that I humanly possibly could.
You did.
Yeah, I know. Okay, I did get that. But
don't gloat now.
So it was like, I'm good. I'm ready to transition and move forward. And I love the people. I miss the people, but everything else, I said I left it all on the table. I had no regrets.
It's like a normal job. Like you went to a job, you worked for a job for however long you did.
It's not
a
normal. Okay, the Army is not a military job, not a normal job.
It's not a normal.
Normal people do not jump out of a plane. So we make the hard thing. Yeah, that is not
normal.
Yeah, well,
Yeah, I'm a lady.
I think in the Army, in all military, sometimes you make some of the most difficult things look so easy, but they're actually extremely complex. So I don't think anybody's normal in the military.
You did a lot of things
that
made it look easy, but I know it's complex. There's probably a lot of fights, a lot of battles, fighting for us. So
there's a little bit of that.
Yeah. Maybe, even going up the ranks, not even just that sergeant major,
man,
going up the ranks, first sergeant, just all of those. So,
there was a lot of fights along the way. Somebody said, when I got to be the SMA, I pushed for a lot of things as soldiers. And somebody's like, well, that's just because he was the SMA. And one of the guys says, oh, no, he was always like that. So he's like, oh, no, I pushed a lot. And it didn't matter what level I was always pushing for my soldiers. I'm very protective.
Good,
I was very hard on them. I'm like, I'd be the one that made them run 10 miles. Matter of fact, one of my funny stories was like, I wouldn't manifest anybody until they run Bondstill twice. I was like, I'm not putting your name on the list to go home until you run it twice. Wow. It's 11 miles. Ooh. They're like, are you crazy? So I said, you can walk it, just get it. So I was very hard on it. How bad you want it, though? Yeah, exactly. There was. How bad you want it? You want to go home? So I had a lot of discipline on my soldiers, but I was also very protective.
Yeah.
Like I didn't want nothing to happen to them. I was super protective.
Like a parent, a really good military force to be a parent.
Yeah, teamwork you were talking about, like the family.
It's just right there.
Yeah, you love your kids, but you still discipline them, right? So you still love them. Doesn't mean you're not hard on them. You want them to do well. So same thing, just like a family.
Yeah. Well, we appreciate you coming out here, sharing your journey with us. If you ever want to come back to the shop here with ATAs,
yeah, bring that car in, right?
No,
it's electric, so I'm not sure. I'd have to charge it 8 times to get it down here,
especially with the traffic. Right?
We gotta stay gas, y'all. This is the important message: stay gas. But we appreciate the Sergeant Major of the Army coming out to us to chat with us, talk to us, hear our mindset, and then hear a little bit about him as well. Again, like I said, I'm grateful for this opportunity. Thank you from the bottom of my heart coming out here. And guys, if you guys are transitioning out the military, or you're trying to move on from that, or you're not even sure what you want to do outside the military, just look at what we've done in 2 years. We have the freaking 16th Sergeant Major of the Army, CEO of AER, here in our shop, off of just a crazy dream that we had on the porch one day, talking about maybe I should tint one day. And now here we are in a fulfilled moment in this place. So believe in yourself, believe in your dreams. Definitely go to the military if you're 18 too, though. Agree with that, because it builds a foundation and sets you apart from all of your peers. So until next time, we will see y'all. Bye, y'all. Bye.